Hey guys, welcome back to another Clash Royale video, and today I want to share with you the top 3 best graveyard strategies in the current meta. The first you can already see right here is by far the most popular of the 3, and that is the so-called Splash Yard, as a lot of people are calling it, with the Buller, the Baby Dragon, as well as the Graveyard. Now if you don't have the Electro Wizard, you can use Archers, a Musketeer, or a Mega Minion instead. Now let's go ahead and jump into a live battle with this deck, and then afterwards we'll take a look at 2 other graveyard strategies with the Graveyard as the only legendary card. Alright, so here we go with the Splash Yard deck facing off against a fellow level 12 here. Now one of the cool things with the Graveyard is it's not too level dependent. I only have a level 2 Graveyard, guys, and I'm making it work all the way up here at almost 5,000 trophies, so even if your Graveyard isn't too high of level, you should still be able to make it work. We're going to go ahead and poison this Graveyard right here. And see, he has a level 2 Graveyard as well. So as you can see, people are rocking the Graveyard, even almost up at 5k trophies. The only downside, though, the only 2 level differences that I can think of right now are a higher level Ice Wizard that will one-shot your Graveyard Skeletons if it's like a level 3 Graveyard or level 3 Ice Wizard, sorry, versus a level 2 Graveyard, or 1 Electro Skeletons, which are extremely popular right now, will actually kill 2 of your Skeletons from your Graveyard before they die, which is typically they trade killing blows, so it's a bit different right there, but it still works with that poison spell. Let's go ahead here and use a Graveyard in a minute. Boom! See if we can get to our poison here. See, look. So his Skeletons are level 12 versus my Graveyard Skeleton, which are level 10, which means they do work and they defend really well, killing 2 Graveyard Skeletons per each of his Skeletons, which is basically the biggest thing you can do. So you just kind of always have to make sure you have your poison when you do a Graveyard push. Now, he has a defense or an offensive poison, obviously, but shouldn't do too much work to my tower. Tower should clean up quite nicely. And one of the things that I do love about this deck right here is you have a couple of different tank options for your Graveyard pushes. You have the Buller, the Baby Dragon, as well as the Knight, whereas some of the other decks, you only have your Giant or your Knight, for example. So, let's go a slow Baby Dragon push to counter his Baby Dragon, and then maybe a Knight up front with a Graveyard, but you want to wait until you have enough Elixir for that poison spell as well. So let's go Knight right here, Graveyard, boom. He's going to drop his Skellies as well, so let's go Poison here. And you know what, we're not going to NATO yet. One trick you can do is if they are using like an Electro Wizard or something outside of your poison spell, and you are having the Baby Dragon, for example, you can use a Tornado and pull everything close to the tower, and the Baby Dragon will clean house. So let's go Knight right here to distract. The Baby Dragon should counter pretty nicely there, with the Buller turning around, doing work, guys, and we might have ourselves a nice little counter push right here. So let's go ahead and do Graveyard right here with a poison, boom. Pull everything to the tower right here in a second. Baby Dragon splashing the tower as well. This is what I mean with the NATO right there, guys. Boom. Baby Dragon splash also hitting the tower as well. Finishing it off almost in a couple seconds right there. One more hit. Baby Dragon taking it out almost, guys. Almost. I just need to get to my poison right here. And we have ourselves a GG over our friend up top there. But there you have it, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at deck number 2. Alright, so here is strategy number 2, and that is a Giant Graveyard strategy, guys. Giant Graveyard has been popular ever since the Graveyard first came out. Now, you do have a couple of different options when it comes to a Giant Graveyard deck. For the Mega Minion, like I said before, you can use Archers, Musketeer, or an Electro Wizard instead. You can also go ahead and use like an Ice Spirit for faster cycling, or you can use a Buller or an Executioner in this deck as well if you want to. But there's the deck, guys. Let's go ahead and jump into another battle. Alright, so here we go, guys, with that Giant Graveyard deck facing off against Mr. Jack Song up top there. So we have a decent starting hand. We can do a slow Giant push. We can do an aggressive Giant push if he pumps up, for example, or we can do just a Baby Dragon in the back to counter these minions. So let's see what he does in front of these minions. Maybe in a Giant. Okay. Alright. Let's go. Boom. Splash those minions, please. Nice. And then after this Giant is dead, I might do a quick Giant right here. And we'll kind of keep the Graveyard as a surprise to see what he does. And can we NATO anything here? Can we poison anything? Can we zap anything? I don't know what to do yet. You know what? We're not going to do anything right now. Actually, you know what? Let's go Graveyard. The Mega Minion should hopefully take out all of those Elite Barbs. I'm actually going to ignore... We're going to NATO this one Elite Barb to my tower and activate our King Tower early, guys. Look at this. Boom! His tower is dead already. Graveyard's piling up on that King Tower, doing work. Mega Minion tanking a little bit there on that tower. And his tower's already down to 3,000 rather. 770 health, guys. Wow. So, pumping up right there. I'm going to go ahead and just poison the pump. He might have 3 Musketeers. But seeing the Elite Barbarians, I don't think he will have 3 Musketeers. I mean, I could be wrong. And if I am wrong, that might be GG right there because I just used my counter card. But typically, people don't have Elite Barbs and 3 Musketeers in the same deck because they are both pretty expensive. But we'll find out in a brief moment here shortly. Oh, guys, he does. He has him. He has them, guys. Let's go Giant right here. Protect the baby dragon. Nail this all together. We're going to zap in a second, guys. Boom. Kill him. Baby dragon. Alright. Boom, zap. Kill the... Yes, guys. Now he's got Elite Barbs ready to go. There they are. So let's go Mega Minion here. And we'll take him out fairly quickly, although they will do a bit of work to my tower. Thankfully, the King Tower was activated earlier on, but that huge speech about having 3 Musketeers, wasn't expecting it, but he had him. Let's go quick this, and quick this right here. What does he do? What does he do? Nothing. He might just do. He might just wait and do an aggressive giant 3 Musketeers right here, which I'm kind of okay with because this time we should hopefully be better prepared with a giant and a Baby Dragon Natal combo right here. We might actually be able to cycle back to a poison spell in a second here, guys. Yeah, we're gonna do it in a second here. Ready? Boom, Baby Dragon. Boom, poison right here. Yes, guys. And this Natal is gonna be nasty right here. Yes, sir. Ready for this? Skelly's right here. Baby Dragon doing work. Mega Minion taking out the E-Barbs with the Giant going down on his department. And we have a strong push right here. Let's go for the 3 crown, guys. Couple seconds left. Can we do the 3 crown? Kill that tower. 2 crown victory. Not quite enough with the 3 crown though, but GG to our friend Jack Song up top there. Like I said before, you can use the Musketeer or Archers or an Electro Wizard in place of the Mega, and the Bowler and Executioner are also great options in this deck. Alright, so third and finally here, we have the classic Knight Graveyard Cycle deck. This deck used to be extremely popular, but has slowly been declining in popularity in favor of the first Splash Yard deck, but is still a very strong strategy. Now, you do see like Electro Wizard in there, but for the live battle, I'm going to go ahead and use a Musketeer instead. Like I said before, the alternatives for that slot are either Archers, Musketeer, Electro Wizard, or a Mega Minion. And seeing as the Archers are already in there, your other 2 options instead of the Electro Wizard are a Musketeer or a Mega Minion. But there's that, guys. Let's go ahead and jump into one more battle. Alright, so here we are with that third and final deck facing off against you, guys. I'm facing off against you right now. But, so this deck, the one thing I love about this deck is the Furnace puts on steady chip damage. Now, if you guys don't have a Furnace to a high enough level, the Fire Spirits do die before they make it to the tower. So, for example, if I face level 13, my Furnace would be almost useless because they can just go ahead and the tower will kill the Fire Spirits. So, if you don't have a Furnace of a decent level, I would suggest using an Infernal Tower instead, and maybe using more like Zap Bait, like throwing in the Skeleton Army or a Goblin Gang instead of the 1 Electro Skeleton. So, he's rocking Mortar Cycle, which is a very popular ladder deck, guys, because Mortar is a common card, and with all of the win conditions being commons, it becomes a popular strategy on ladder. So, I believe right there the Furnace is out of location of that Mortar there, doing a bit of work to those Fire Spirits, and I think right here, once the Archer goes down, we might be able to hit that Mortar with a Muskie. Yes, shoot it! Kill that Mortar, please! We're gonna do a Knight GY right here, and then hopefully we can do a poison in a second if he does Archers. No, he's going to go to Fire Spirits, and we're going to zap these Skellies, because level 11 Skellies will do work to my graveyard, and right there, guys, doing massive damage. And the one thing I love about this deck, regardless of if you're using the Musketeer or the Electro Wizard or the Mega Minion, is you can actually use the graveyard to tank for like a defensive counter push troop. And what I mean by that, what a defensive counter push troop is if you use like an Archers on defense or a Musketeer and it survives and go on a counter push, you can then go on to support it with a graveyard. You don't really want to build a push with the Musketeer and have the graveyard tank, but if it's a defensive counter push, you can make the best of a situation like that. So, and the other cool thing with using a Electro Wizard versus the Musketeer is if their tower does target onto your Electro Wizard, all it has to do is shoot the tower once, and it'll actually re-target back to the graveyard skeletons, allowing your graveyard to do massive work. So let's go ahead and do... We're going to zap this to kind of keep the mortar locked onto my knight. And one thing I do want to say, for choosing what card you want to use, whether it's Electro Wizard, Musketeer, or Mega Minion, the Musketeer and the Electro Wizard are very level dependent. If they are one level lower than your opponent's Fireball is, they will die in one shot. And that if that is the case, if it's an Electro Wizard, you might be able to get away with using a level lower Electro Wizard, but if they can one-shot your Musketeer with Fireball, I would suggest using a Mega Minion instead. But there we go, guys. 1 crown victory over you, so I do apologize to you guys for beating you. Bad jokes. Alright, there you go, guys. Now, I know he was a level 11 with all level 11 commons, so I did have a bit of an advantage over there, but my towers had enough health at the end there that I don't think it really had an impact on the outcome of the battle. And if you consider that my win condition, the graveyard, is only level 2, that's actually balanced against level 10 commons, so I think, in the end, it was a pretty fair fight. Alright guys, so as a bonus here, I made a modified version of that previous deck with the Inferno Tower Goblin Gang combo instead of the Furnace and Archers. Just for those of you that don't have a high enough level Furnace, this gives you an option facing off against my friend Kevin up top there, from the top Legends clan, guys. So this deck, the one thing I love about this deck is the Inferno Tower is a strong counter to Royal Giants, Golems, Giants, Lava Hounds, so long as you use it properly. So it's good in that regard. So he's going to use a Knight as well. Let's go with Skeletons back here for something and maybe do a Graveyard Poison. Yeah, we're going to do Graveyard Poison, guys. YOLO. Life's too short. Poison these archers. Get the Knight in there as well. Skeletons build up now. My Knight isn't tanking for my Graveyard, which doesn't mean they build up and they don't really do too much damage. But we still got some chip damage, and we still forced Electrospent on defense as well. Now I'm expecting that. What? What? There's no way that hit the Inferno Tower as well. There's no way. Oh, guys. The whole reason I used that Goblin Gang there was to soak up the Ice Spirit. I think it hit the middle Ice Spirit, or it hit the middle Goblin, and it still affected the Inferno Tower. That's some salt right there, guys. That is some salt right there. You want some fries with your salt? Yes, sir. I would love some fries with my salt right now. All because of that huge electric commitment on defense right there. We are kind of in a deficit right now, but we'll claw back here. Knight will do work. They'll target the Musketeer in a second. We'll zap this as well. Boom. Kill his archers. Yes, there we go. So no damage done to my tower, but we're slowly losing Electri here. So one trick you can do is you can use these skeletons in the middle here, and it'll soak up 2 mortar shots because they split up. You can use that to kind of buy yourself some time here. But makes me sad, guys. Ready? Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, and go boom. Let's go, Skellies. Musketeer. Now his log just went down, so let's go Goblin Gang right here. His log is out of rotation. Look at this, guys. Goblin Gang doing work. Arrows going down. Knight taking out the competition. Graveyard building up on that tower. Come on, give me my poison, please. Poison. Kill the archers. Kill the skeletons. Wherever he drops troops, kill it all, please. There we go. Doing a bit of work. Thank you. We won't use the Inferno Tower anymore on defense, because the Inferno Tower isn't really a great counter to Mortar Cycle, because as you saw before, they have like Ice Spirit Skeletons and a Zap and all that stuff ready to go to counter you, so there is that. Let's go, boom. Poison this, get some chip. Kill that mortar, please, Musket. Yes! Nice! Nice! Musket doing work. And now we have ourselves ready for another Knight GY right here, guys. Ready for it? Boom. Let's change our plan a bit here, guys. Change our plans. Boom, zap. Boom, poison. Chip. Get that chip damage done, guys. You don't want them to get that Mortem Tower because he does probably have a rocket in his deck. And once he starts getting chip damage, it's basically GG. So we want to kind of prevent that. Now, the good thing with him using the mortar right there is it'll stay locked onto my Knight for a little bit longer, allowing the Musketeer to do a bit of that work that we like it doing. So let's go Graveyard Skillies. He's going to do skeletons in the back. So let's go poison right here to take out his skeletons. Nice. Chip damage as well. Yes. Go Knight right here to counter his Knight. Let's go Musket right here. gonna zap this as well. All this, boom. And let's go. Skilly cycle. Poison for work. Poison kill the musketeer, or the mortar rather. There we go. And watch this, guys. Ready for this? His tower's dead. I was gonna say I could use a graveyard poison combo. I know he is a level 11, so if he was a level 12, guys, he would have had probably 400 more health on his tower or so. But I feel like with 17 seconds left in the battle, I had enough time right there to do another graveyard poison combo, which probably would have got me the victory. But anyways, guys, that is the version with the Inferno Tower as well as the Goblin Gang instead of the Furnace Archer combo. Alrighty, guys, that is the end of the video. Here are the 3 decks if you want another chance to go ahead and copy them. First, we have the Splash Yard deck, which is by far the most popular of the 3. Second, we have ourselves a Giant Graveyard deck. Third, and finally, is the classic Knight Graveyard Cycle. And as I said before, you can use an Inferno Tower as well as a Goblin Gang in place of these 2 cards if you don't have the Furnace up to a decent level. Anyways, guys, that's the end of the video. Really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what legendary card I should take a look at next. Currently on my list, I'm thinking about doing an Electro Wizard video, as well as maybe a video on the Bandit. But if you want me to take a look at a different legendary card, let me know in the comment section down below. And also, if you have a graveyard deck that you like to use that I didn't cover in the video, let me know as well in the comment section down below. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next one.